Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how we can create an Android application like this in just 1 hour using the AI. We have everything working over here. Create an app like this. We are going to follow some steps like you need to go to this application, add some prompt over here like this, and it will create some HTML pages that demonstrate what are all the pages that you need to have in your Android application. Once this is done, you can download and install the Visual Studio Code. Then you can install and download the Android Studio. Just an information that I'm going to show all the steps that you can achieve in your laptop and PC only, not on the mobile phone. Then you have to ensure that you have Git installed in your machine. You are having Windows 10 or 11 in your system. Visual Studio Code. Then comes the step that you need to install Flutter in your Windows machine. So all of the above steps are actually required for installing this Flutter. Then once the Flutter is being installed, then you have to add the path of that Flutter into the environment variables like this. Inside the path, we can see we have added the Flutter path over here. Then we have to, once the Android Studio is being installed, we have to ensure that emulator is also being installed using the Android Studio. Once the Flutter is being installed, then we are able to see the emulator inside the Android Studio. So this is an emulator where you can see your mobile phone dummy. So it is working exactly like your phone. Yeah. So I have created an application. So this is an emulator and this is the logo of my application that we have created. Once the Flutter is installed, then you have to install the Flutter extension inside the Visual Studio Code. And once you install the Flutter, Dart is automatically being installed in your Visual Studio Code. Then you have to install the cline extension inside the Visual Studio Code. I'll show you what is the advantage of all the installation that we are doing, but these are all the prerequisites that you need to do. Now I'm going to show you in demo that how you have to do all these things. So I have shown you like firstly you have to go to this URL, add some prompt which helps you to generate this kind of a images of your Android application. This is just an HTML images that shows how your application look like. So using this AI, we are going to generate the UI of our Android application. Once it's been done, the next step you have to do is create an Android application similar to this UI. So I'm using a notepad, created a prompt like this. Like I'm expecting to have six different pages in my Android application. So I have just added my welcome screen, how it should look like. What is the HTML code of this welcome screen and how and from where I get this code is if I go over here, more view code, just copy code from here and paste it over here. Once it's being pasted, then my second page, I have added some description over here and then I have added the HTML code of my second page. Similarly, I have added the description of all of my six pages and then the HTML code that we have extracted from here for all of the pages, right? So once we have prepared our prompt over here, we just copy this complete prompt over here and go to our Visual Studio Code. Inside the Visual Studio Code, we have our Cline extension that we already installed. So you can just paste your complete prompt over here and just click on run. It will automatically start creating all of the files over here. We can see over here that inside this screen folder, we have six screens that is automatically being created. So this is the big file that is automatically being created by the use of this Cline extension. This Cline extension is an AI tool, which is a paid tool, but we are getting some free credits to use it and to create the code. So to generate these six screens using the Cline extension, I have to use three different accounts so that I don't need to pay any amount of money for this. So once like I show you, you just paste your script over here and just enter. So firstly, it will create all the six files or seven or eight as depending on your application which you are trying to create. It will create all the Dart file and then it will also execute your application using the command flutter.run. So before running that flutter.run, you have to ensure that you are linked your application to some emulator because inside the Android application, Android Studio, we have started the emulator which we have shown earlier. So this emulator is being started with the name Pixel 9a, and over here we have linked the same emulator over here. So once it's being linked, and then when we run the flutter.run command, it will just link it with this uh, emulator and your application is being displayed over here. This complete process is uh, like flutter.run command is actually taking 5 minutes nearly depending on your system configuration to completely display your application over here. So over here in this application, we can see we have our application being created. We can make the modification. It is completely interactive application. We can make the modification, finish workout, home. We can see the settings. We can toggle out, log out. We have all the features inside this application. But there's one thing to consider that it is just a front end. We don't have any backend application in this code. Like we don't have the backend code for this application. Like if you see over here, body weight, total volume, it is not working. And if we click on this plus, it is not working because we did not add any code to act like that. Or if we just click on history, we have history, but uh, yeah, over here the steps, the profile is not working. So we have this UI being generated, but we don't have the complete application. So you have to add your code. Let me know if you want how we can generate the backend code using AI. I'll create another video for this. And in case you are facing any issue while installing all of this software, let me know. I'll also create another video just to explain how we can install all of this software. But I believe that we have some videos already available on YouTube how we can install all of these softwares. So you can just refer there or let me know in the comments. I'll talk more about that also. This we already see. This is what I just wanted to show you in this video. Thank you.